let's get into game picks for this week. It's divisional wildcard time. There's no slouches now. There's nothing. Like this, every game is good. Every game is good this weekend coming up. And let's go back to last week. We went 5-1 respectively, and both went 3-0 against the spread. So if you listened to us last week, you would have won some money. Which I did. I doubled my purse. I got my bookie up right now.
I would have won.
Yeah. So that's that. But this week we've got a nice schedule. Every game is good. Every game is a really good matchup. I think like when we talk about boxing, styles makes fights.
Mm-hmm.
That is the epitome of this divisional round schedule. Every game has a style. Every game has a matchup that is just, it is beauty. It is beauty at its finest.
And I have to say, they're very, very, very evenly matched.
Yes. I don't think there's a line bigger than, never mind. Come on, guys. We have a lot of faith in Green Bay, but we'll get to that.
First line I was going to say, yeah. I got the highest line.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I don't like that line.
This is what I mean. This is why Superman is finna show up and show out.
If you would stop talking about it, I believe in it a little bit more.
I've been talking about it all year, and it keeps happening. What? Ain't no superstition.
Hey, they did lose 7 games this year, so.
And some of them he wasn't even playing in. So
that's true. Let's get to it. It starts off on Saturday. The ones get to play on Saturday finally. It starts with the AFC. Tennessee Titans are going to be at home taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Cinderella Cincinnati, number 4, coming into Tennessee. They're looking like a powerhouse. They are cruising right along. So this is a simple game, a very straightforward. They got 2. Derrick Henry's back for 1, so their offense is back in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati is one of the hottest offenses in the last 4, 5, 6
last month and a half,
18 weeks. So I mean, this team's been cruising
since week 4 on. And what are we week 19? What are we in
20? Would be week 20.
Jesus. Yeah. So yeah, basically.
Yeah, they've been just cruising. So, this is a tough game. I don't think this is a toss-up game by any means. Tennessee is -3.5 point favorite. I think that's a larger margin than I would have given it, but
very generous.
Who you got? Just game picks wise. We'll do our draft in a minute.
I got you. And with no hesitation, I'm taking Cincinnati.
We are talk. Cincinnati is going to be coming on the road and upsetting Tennessee.
I just don't think Derrick Henry's enough. I mean, I'm not discrediting Ryan Tannehill, but Ryan Tannehill, we've come to understand and start to get enamored with in the last 3 seasons. That guy did not show up this year. We've seen Miami Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill, just game manager, 50-50 guy, 60-40 on a good day. You know, it just their success, they're 12-5, but that success did not come in the air. It's literally a suspect defense in the ground game. And I'm saying their rushing core impressed, but it's not much else that I'm impressed with after that. You know, so personally, that's just me. I got the Bengals, and the Bengals, like I said, I don't even want to have to restate what you already said. It's the Bengals. If anybody watching the NFL football, you know damn well what I'm talking about.
This team is
rolling.
It is a tough team to play. Now, I will say, I mentioned it in a couple episodes ago, I am concerned with the amount of injuries that they have on their defensive line going up against Derrick Henry. But regardless, I don't think that he's going to have to knock some significant rust off to come in and really dominate this game. So I'm hoping that Cincinnati can put together some sort of a game plan, maybe get their linebackers up into the mix a little bit more, and come and stop him, or stop him as much as you can, mitigate what damage he can do, and force Ryan Tannehill to beat you.
Right.
If you do that, I think they're going to have a really good chance, because we all know Julio Jones has not shown up at all this season. And when it comes to
Oh, God.
AJ Brown, he's been anemic. So I don't know where else they're going to try to go. But
Julio Jones. That's all I can say about him. To me, has been as a free agent signing, has been the equivalency of Jalen Reagor. Completely and absolutely non-existent. I was ready to argue. You can't say I'm wrong. I'm saying that with definitively. You can't say I'm wrong. I am absolutely spot on. I'm not bashing this man. I am calling a spade a spade.
You are bashing him.
No, I am. Is it bashing when it's the truth? I thought bashing just comes with an opinionated, just an opinionated statement. This is not an opinion. These are facts. You tell me how what I'm saying is just an opinion. You show the numbers. It's not going to help you.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know where you're going to get your argument from.
I don't have an argument. I'm not supporting.
Like, when did you see him play? Because I haven't seen him play all season. So like, and when he has played, I didn't even see him on the field. So I mean, I can't even really recall this man in a uniform. Like, I've visually seen him play. Like, yes. So as I said, he has been the equivalency of a Jalen Reagor to me, like a complete and absolute miss for free agent signings. Y'all, no, what am I talking about? He was a trade. He was traded, right?
Yeah, he traded there.
Wow, Atlanta, good job. I mean, best trade ever was just to dump this dude off on anybody who was telling to take him. And I don't know what they got for him. It didn't even matter. If they got, if it was a compensatory pick, you killed it. That dude has been non-existently on the field all season. Committing and perpetrating a fraud. Dude, you are done. He needs to retire. He is no earthly good to anybody on the football field. Look, I don't know if you need to go into coaching, going into scouting or something, going to upper management in the organization, but you are done as a player.
He needs to be done with football.
I mean, I don't even know.
He needs to
quarterbacks.
You know what he needs to do?
Wide receiver, assistant coach.
Nope. You know what he needs to do?
I'm listening.
Pull a Calvin Johnson. I know Calvin Johnson retired early, but he just completely disappeared off the face of the earth when he retired. Just go away.
Do like Moses. Go up the mountain, never to be heard from, seen again. We just assumed you died up there and passed on. And I'm just saying, you had a good career. That's over with. I'm sorry. If this didn't expose what needs to happen next.
Can you even say that?
If I want to get his like first 7-8 seasons, I mean, just from numbers wise, sure. It was successful for what it was.
Nah.
I'm not going to argue the merits of this guy, but the point being is, at the end, I have nothing. You say what you want to say. What I'm saying, I'm stating it as a fact. Anybody want to argue that? You're listening, fine. Put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments. I'll be very interested to hear what your argument is, because I'm
you sound like Brandon Lee Monaghan. You have no idea who that is. But
I have no idea.
That's his catchphrase. Put it in the comments.
I'm just man, let's go. Like, I ain't getting into all this back and forth. I don't want to be just somebody spouting off because I'm on the mic right now. And I'm like, but what I'm saying this as a fact. He's done. And I'm cooked. I don't mean cooked like, oh man, he had a really good career and he just kind of just slid into the finish line. Man, that dude fell flat on his back when the gate opened. He's done.
He's the wide receiver version of Ben Roethlisberger. Let's talk about the other game happening on Saturday.
Yes.
Styles make fights. I think that's all you have to say about this. This is going to be a dogfight of a game. Green Bay is going to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
They got a week of rest. They're getting a lot of guys back, actually. Some pretty key pieces. Zadarius Smith, Jair Alexander, Luke, whatever, the guard. A lot of pieces are coming back. They just got David Bakhtiari back in week 18, so he's basically de facto. He's coming back this week too.
Okay.
And they're taking on basically their kryptonite. San Francisco 49ers. Green Bay has not been, what is it? 3 straight games they've lost to San Francisco?
I believe so, but I'm going to look it up while you're talking.
This game, this is what Green Bay dreaded when they saw that San Francisco drew Dallas in the wild card round.
But Dallas dreaded when they seen who they drew.
That's a whole nother conversation. We already discussed that. Go check our other episode to talk about that. But when Green Bay saw that, they knew if San Francisco won that game, it was not going to end pretty for them. Now, I will say Green Bay, for what it's worth, 13 wins is 13 wins. And literally, that has been what's the Matt LaFleur's MO here. We're just regular season, we're gonna win games. Regardless of what type of schedule we have, whether it's a cupcake schedule year 1, whether it's a decent schedule year 2, or an actual true another decent schedule year 3.
Wow.
What'd you find there?
In their last 6 matchups, even 3-3.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Green Bay has won the last 2, and San Francisco won 3. Yeah. Yes. September 26, 2021. San Francisco 28, Green Bay 30.
Oh yes, I do remember that.
And November 2020, Green Bay 34, San Francisco 17. And then
that game I do not remember.
But then January 2020, San Francisco wins 37-20.
Yeah, that was the playoff game.
Yes.
They beat the dog crap.
And then in November of 2019, San Francisco wins 37-8. And October of 2018, oh, that was wrong. Packers win 33-30.
4-2.
Hold on. Yes. And then they won in 2015 before that was a big gap.
Oh, that was a large gap, yeah.
I don't even want to count that one. Just in the last, 4 years? 18, 19, 20,
so
4. Yeah, including this year. This is year 5. So in the last, for the 5 years, and the 5
Green Bay
games
has
they
a
played,
1-game lead.
3-2.
De facto even. I don't remember that November game, but regardless, that's fine.
And sometimes, hey, it's a lot of football.
Yeah.
Get lost in
I watch damn near every game.
ain't gonna remember them all.
No.
So,
but regardless, San Francisco is a team that they literally are exactly what Green Bay's weakness is. We're a team that, regardless of what you do, we are going to run the damn football. And we are going to limit the amount of times we expose ourselves to turning the ball over, offensively anyway.
mm-hmm.
And then if they got Nick Bosa and Fred Warner back, that's a scary, scary defense to go up against, where I don't know too many defenses Green Bay's gone up against that are actually good this past season. I mean,
right
off the top of my head, I can't really think of one.
That was good.
That was good, like a legitimate top 10 defense.
At the time, I would only say Arizona, and that's the only one I can say.
Jeez.
That's just off the top of my head.
If it would load, I'd pull it up. Not the Saints, not the Lions. I mean, they did play San Francisco, like, as you said. They just barely beat them early on this season, 30-28. They played the crappy Steelers, who they have the defensive player of the year, but not a good defense. Cincinnati, Chicago is a middle of the road defense. Washington, they played Washington before their defense came around. Like you said, Arizona, Kansas City, before Kansas City's defense turned it around, and they even then, granted, without Aaron Rodgers, they played that game. Seattle's defense, absolutely not. Minnesota's defense, absolutely not. They did play the Rams.
So I'm gonna legitimately give you two games. I mean, granted, it was very close and they edged the Browns, which the Browns was sputtering at the time.
Yeah,
That's 2 out of 13. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed. We already went through this. I don't have to go through this again. There's nothing. I can look at this and keep coming back to this every other week. And every time I look at it, I'm seeing the same damn thing. I'm not impressed. Like, yeah, the record is your record. I get it, but didn't really go through anybody. You escaped a lot of games. They scraped by this one. I don't get the feeling that they're a gutsy team. You know what you get, and this is not even. I'm not hating on this team. I just, it's just one of them. You're damn lucky this year. Like you're just skating by.
yeah.
You just kind of, like I'm not. That's not impressive. I'm more irritated by. You know what? This is why. Let's get to the game picks because I'm ready to pick. I'm done. I'm so done with this Packers team because I'm ready for them to be exposed for what they are and what they've been all year long. They're not that damn team. I just don't see it. I'm going first again.
Okay.
I'm taking the 49ers. I'm knocking out both number one seeds. I'm not impressed by either number one seed. I think they both kind of backdoored their way into it in anyway.
That is true.
And it doesn't come off. Yeah, you had a week off. Yeah, you're gonna be at home. You're gonna get your home fans and your home crowd. But be very rest assured, this is the divisional rounds. Trust me, these road teams, they're bringing their fans with them. They're coming. They don't give a damn where it's at. They're going to be there. Did you see Dallas? Did you see what was sitting? A sea of red that was all in the stands.
They travel, man.
You think they're not going to travel to Green Bay?
Maybe not. They're not going to be cold. Maybe not.
Got your diehards. They going.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I've said.
I know 49ers fans are they are fans. They are the epitome of the word. They are fanatics.
And this rivalry goes back a long way. That's all I'm saying.
So does that Cowboys one. That's why they showed up for that game.
History. So I'm like, I don't be surprised if you may not see as much red, but I think you're going to see a great deal of it. But with that being said, I really believe in what San Francisco is doing. I think that defense is legit, man. And I'm sorry, until he lose, I can't go against Jimmy G.
And that's fine. Why I have this tone is because
I know that's what your hot take was gonna be.
No, not at all, not at all. No, it's because you're saying everything that I said at the beginning of the year with San Francisco and why I thought San Francisco was going to be the number 2 team in this division. And you kept saying, well, I just don't know if they can really get back to what they were in the Super Bowl. And I got to see it to believe it, which you did see it apparently. And now you believe it. But
no, it wasn't nothing I could give you at preseason, it's like I have to let the season guys play out for a while. By mid-season, they started showing me
whole season.
No. Mid-season, they started showing who they were.
Yeah.
And that's what they started coming into their own. I can get behind that. I can't, off the top of my head, well, I could project that I think this person's going to do this and that. Man, miss me with all. No. Hell no. Because I'm still trying to figure out how the hell y'all get to the Super Bowl in the first place. Where y'all come from? I'm trying to make sure that wasn't a fluke. And, we'll never know now because they was injured all the year after.
Well, I mean, it's still the same core here now. And
for the most part, but then, a couple years removed, do they change up the game, the game calling and, they change their schemes up and they get different.
Tampa, we'll talk about you in a second.
They got a whole different running back committee now and they receivers are different. Just making a point.
Yeah.
And then, there's the injury factor.
Yeah.
And I have to keep being reminded that they even have Greg Kittle over there. Like, I'll keep George. I can't get this dude name. That's how much I don't. He's an afterthought, but yet he's on the team. Like, just that when he ain't your best player, Green Bay, y'all in trouble. That's all I'm finna say. He ain't even their best offensive player anymore, and he's still that damn dangerous. I'm not throwing. You trying to throw caution into the wind? I'm not throwing. I'm seeing. Look, Green Bay ain't been challenged really at
I
all
know.
this year.
I 100% agree with that sentiment.
And if there's ever a time that they got to lose, it ain't got to be on the road. You know what? I'm gonna take that little 8-0 record, shove it up y'all ass, and watch.
Well, they're not going to
Jimmy
be
G
on the
go.
road because they're the number 1 seed.
That's what I'm trying to say. They was saying they got a home record. I'm saying
Yeah.
they got
okay.
They got a perfect home record. I'm watch them shove that thing right up y'all ass and be done with it and get y'all first blemish, the one that counts the most, the one that's gonna put you out of the playoff race, and then we're gonna see the whole narrative change for Mr. Rogers and how now he's ready to leave and it's time to move on and so on and so forth. What better team to do it than than freaking the 49ers? Old time rival. If it's not gonna be some little fluky. Oh my God, how did Washington come in here and do that to us? Oh my God, the Carolina just stepped in here and just did the unthinkable. No, the 49ers. The freaking 49ers, 4-time Super Bowl champion 49ers. Them guys. I'm just saying. Okay, I said all that. You've been just squirming in your chair. Please tell me what's going on over there. Please tell me what I'm saying or what are you hearing that has just got you uneasy right now? Because you look uneasy. I could be wrong. I don't know what's going on with you.
I am uneasy.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I don't like doing this. I hate Green Bay. And I don't believe Green Bay will make it to the Super Bowl. I agree with you in that sentiment. I do believe that this is going to be one of their toughest matchups. I agree with that. But I think there's one matchup that's tougher. And we'll get to it in a second.
Okay.
I think it's going to be 3-for-3. Matt LaFleur is going to get this team to the NFC Championship game again. Matt LaFleur is going to get this team to the NFC Championship 2 years in a row in Lambeau. And he's going to lose 3 years in a row in the NFC Championship game, twice in a row at his own house. I believe that's going to happen. But for that to happen, that means that they have to beat San Francisco. I don't like it because I would much rather have a different matchup in the NFC Championship game. I as a fan, I want Green Bay out of it because I don't like the way Green Bay plays football. Green Bay, the way that they play football is disgusting. It's putrid, and it truly does not. Everything that you say is completely true. They don't pass the eye test because they don't play good football. They don't play sound football. Like, if you're actually a fan of the game of football, they do not play it like early Arizona. They don't play it like Cincinnati is playing right now. They don't play it like Kansas City. They don't play it like the Rams. They don't play it like Tampa Bay. They don't play it like Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, whether it's a cupcake schedule, defenses falling apart, teams beating themselves, whatever the reason may be, they just keep getting to 13 goddamn wins, and they keep getting to the NFC Championship game. So I think that Green Bay wins this game. If this game was in San Francisco, I'm taking San Francisco. It's going to be quite lit. I mean, I think it's 1 degree, but real feel it's going to be like -10 and probably colder wind chill factor. But I think Green Bay is going to make it to the NFC Championship game, and we're going to have to endure crappy football for a whole nother week.
And you basing this on what specifically?
They have this mystical way of just 3 straight years, regardless. 2 straight. This will be year 3.
Wait a minute.
It's been 3 straight years that they've won 13 games.
Okay, gotcha.
And it'll be 2 straight years that they make it. It's been 2 straight years that they've made it to the NFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, we all know they got decimated by this San Francisco team, which trust me when I say this. I am taking Green Bay for the fact that I want to win the game picks on this show.
Mm-hmm.
But I am rooting so hard for San Francisco. If I'm wrong about this, I will be so happy for you to be taking the lead. But I do not believe that San Francisco and this team can come on the road into Green Bay no matter how cold it is or whatnot, they will be able to come into Lambeau and beat this team.
Yeah, I heard this narrative last year when I want to get on my I told y'all so soapbox. I told y'all Tampa was that damn team.
You're right.
Sunny Florida.
I picked Tampa with you though.
But I'm just making a point. Yes, you did finally when it got down to it. I'm talking all year. I'm like Tampa Bay. I'm telling y'all. And what did they do? They did the unthinkable. Sunny Florida, Floridian team comes out to the brutal frozen tundra, and guess what? Shellacked them 31-27. I'm not saying shellacked them because it was at their house, and beat them. Did the unthinkable. They did what could not be done. So what bottom line is you know what, blueprint has already been set. And I know that people are like, well, that's the Brady factor. Well, maybe. Point being is it can be done.
Hey.
There's a Brady factor and there's a Jimmy G factor.
I was gonna say somebody sat under Tom Brady for 2 damn years, and
you're making my point for me. I didn't even think to
want
go
to
into
be
that.
wrong.
So all I'm saying is I'm reaffirming my pick.
Yeah,
that's fine. I am fully confident San Francisco got this. I ain't saying it.
I'm rooting there.
And 31-26 last year. It can be a 24-20.
They pull this off. I'm
care.
buying a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey.
Hey, I might be right there with you. So, I don't know if I want his name on the back. I just think all I do is win on the back.
All right, let's get to the games that are actually going to be fun to watch.
Yes.
On Sunday.
That one's not, by the way.
Oh, no, this San Francisco game, Green Bay. I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to be doing it so reluctantly. All right. Sunday football starts with Tampa Bay at home taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, but it just don't get no easier.
You want to talk about styles making fights? My God, this is a matchup.
This is Tyson Holyfield here.
Jesus.
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier.
Hey, we have a whole nother conversation to talk about with the next game, but we'll get to that in a second.
Rocky and Apollo.
God, this match is ridiculous, and I'm gonna go first here.
What?
I don't know how. Rams are winning this game. The Rams are going to win this game on the road.
Okay. Listen.
Like I said in the last segment, in the last episode, the Rams are a team that is getting everything right at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Stafford taking care of the football, being one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the NFL. Got Cam Akers back to go right alongside Sony Michel, who has been one of the most dynamic running backs in the last month of the season. Cam Akers, a dude that we thought coming into the season before he had his injury, a dude that we thought quite possibly could take this entire division over as a running back. And he for damn sure did it last night on Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to be able to do the same thing again against this Tampa Bay front. I know Vita Vea is a stud. Devin White, fantastic. But when you get to the outside into the open space, which Sean McVay, you don't think he's going to get his guys in spots? Those DBs, they're not ready for this offense. You got to go up against Cooper Kupp, Triple Crown winner this year.
Mm-hmm.
Those DBs are going to be covering him. Oh, and if you do lock him up, you got to worry about one of the most dynamic playmakers in the NFL for the last 10 years in Odell Beckham? Are you serious? You're just expecting to stop that? And then plus, you have to make sure that you put a linebacker on T. Higgins. He's been, again, we both said it, he's been one of the most consistent tight ends the last month of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot be stopped right now. And he did it Monday night. He did it week 18. No, it didn't turn into a win in week 18, but he still, 2 touchdowns? Got them to an early 17-0 lead?
Yeah.
And then we want to talk about the defense, the one that harassed one of the most mobile quarterbacks in all of the NFL and made him look like Pop Warner on Monday Night Football? And Kyler Murray, and now you got a statue back there without Ryan Jensen, without Tristan Wirfs. Ryan Jensen, again, like I said, is almost a guarantee to not play this game. Tristan Wirfs has the possibility of playing, but even if he is, I don't think Tristan Wirfs is going to be at full potential. So you're looking at Aaron Donald blowing up the middle where Ryan Jensen is not going to be. And you're looking at Von Miller coming off the edge where Tristan Wirfs is possibly not going to be or not going to be 100%. Where they're getting healthy at just the right time. And then you also have to worry about a guy in Leonard Floyd who, since he's left Chicago, has been a completely different edge rusher. A dude that you just cannot take your eyes off of. And then you got to worry about the back end with Jalen Ramsey. Hopefully they have David Long back. But then also Eric Weddle, another week of just getting his legs under him. And he's never stopped training, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So across the board, this is one of the scariest defenses. Tampa, you are so thin right now. If you have one guy go down in this game, it's over. If the Rams are healthy, if they don't have anybody get injured, if they only have one person get injured, they will be able to come into Tampa and absolutely ramrod this team. There is nothing Tampa can do to stop this offense. There's nothing Tampa can do. Granted, Tom Brady can dice up any defense he wants to. It's Tom frickin' Brady. Let's not be hyperbolic there. But game plan wise, how are you attacking this offense? Or how are you attacking this defense?
Right.
What are you trying to exploit? Because I don't see Sean McVay allowing the holes that he allowed in the even back when they lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots when Tom Brady was still there. They only scored 13 points. Tom Brady doesn't score against the Rams. He might move the ball, it might be a little bit efficient, but it's not going to translate on the scoreboard. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Right.
This Rams team is too good. They're winning the NFC. I've been saying it since they signed Matthew Stafford. This is going to be the team we see in the Super Bowl representing the NFC. They are that good. And they are getting hot at the right time. They are peaking at the right time. And whoever comes out of the AFC, it is going to be a dogfight for that Super Bowl. Especially the fact that it's going to be in LA. It's going to be in their home stadium. The Rams will be the second team to do that. And on their way, they're going to beat the team that did it last year.
Okay. So I'm taking it. You taking the Buccaneers?
I've said it 4 times now. The Rams are winning this game. Without question.
Well, you make some very compelling points there. And there is the Tom Brady factor. It's interesting to hear you go against that.
I know it is.
I don't believe in the Tom Brady factor personally. I just brought that up just for the sake of content. Jimmy G's, though, that's a real thing.
He had to learn it from somewhere.
I don't care where he learned it. I just know it's real. And that's without the NFL backing. So, yeah, that's part of the Tom Brady effect. All that being said, we're chalk.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see. I just don't see Tampa Bay.
What does this anemic? This team is literally coming in limping. Mm-hmm. I don't see how they're going to get up for this game, especially the high that the Rams are feeling right now. The Rams have to be the most confident team in the NFL right now.
As they should be. I think. I'm like to say. I feel. I believe. Arizona was a great tune-up fight. And I think they handled that one quite well. Was they a sputtering team and possibly falling off team? Yes, but they also could have been that other. They were Jekyll and Hyde team.
And it's also a divisional matchup. Those are never blowouts. They dismantled.
Yeah, and let's be real. That 11 points came in virtually time. So the game was already so far-fetched.
They harassed Kyler Murray, the most mobile quarterback in the NFL right now. They harassed him all night long last night. They had no answers for this defense. What is statuesque Tom Brady going to do to get out of the pocket? I know, hey, granted, I got to admit, Tom Brady, he's been running a lot more than we've expected this season. I think he might have a career high in rushing yards this year.
He might do. Quick segue.
6.
Do you know
No kidding.
the line is moving as we speak?
Did it just move again?
Green
it
Bay
did.
is
Oh my
now
god.
at 6.
No. I was talking about the Bucks. That one moved from -3.5 to
I didn't
-3.
even get that low to see what the thing was, so I didn't even know it changed. I'm just saying, I just know that the 49ers Packers one just moved.
Oh, it's been mine. Oh, maybe I have to refresh. It's been at 6 for me the whole time.
Oh no. ESPN was reporting it at 5.5.
Oh, they're using Caesars. I'm using FanDuel. That's why.
Okay,
Gotcha.
They had 6 now.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
So Caesars moved it.
It moved. That's all I was getting at.
Gotcha.
Okay, moving on.
I'll see if FanDuel changes it at some point, or if they're. I think Caesars is trying to keep pace with FanDuel right now. It's simple. These. I think we're going to see a dogfight in the NFC Championship game. Green Bay, LA. You got San Francisco, LA. That's. I would love to see a San Francisco, LA. Another divisional matchup. Those two going against each other. That's going to be a great game. So, let's round out the AFC. Oh my God, this is going to be the game of the week. I think we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have 3 games of the week.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say it now. This was my little hot take.
Mm.
It's not even a deep one. It's just I'm gonna be real quick with this. Whoever wins this game.
I don't think that's too much of a hot take.
We are looking at the AFC Championship in the second round.
Yes, we are.
It's right here. What I don't like about this should be the AFC Championship.
This should be the AFC Championship.
It makes this Bengals-Titans game a true undercard match for me. Like, this is the undercard of undercards. Like,
yeah.
It is the least.
That's why it's on Saturday, number 1.
They're the most evenly. I know. Saturday, 3:30.
Yeah.
God, let's just get you out the way, real
yeah.
quick, But with that being said, it's just like, wow, they're just allowing one of you to just linger around here because. Yeah, so whoever wins this is going to the Super Bowl. So either way, does not matter. So no matter how this plays out, you already know what my game pick is next week. I'm telling y'all right now. It's whoever wins this game. I went first twice. If you want to go first, you can go. I just wanted to get that in before we started talking.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say that.
I don't like this matchup. I mean, I like this as a football fan. I love this game. You're looking at
two of the in the second round. That's what.
I don't like it there for sure, but I do like the game in general. Mm-hmm. This is the AFC Championship from last year. This is a rematch.
Yep.
This is the game where Stephon Diggs stayed on the field after this game because he basically watched the ceremony that he thought he should be having. And that already is given this Buffalo team, who absolutely dismantled a top 10 defense last week, 7 for 7, came into that game and just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is the real deal offense. Granted, just 24 hours later, we saw Kansas City absolutely decimate a defense in Pittsburgh at virtually the same clip.
Mm-hmm.
These two teams are the most efficient and effective offenses in all of in all of the NFL. I think the Rams might be the 3rd best, and Cincinnati will be the 4th. And with that being said, I think this is going to come down to defense. And unfortunately, I think Buffalo has the better defense.
You think they do? Hands down.
No, it's not, because they don't always play up to their potential defensively anyway.
That's true.
And they already had one of the best rush defenses in all the NFL last year. But pass rush is where their key was. They did not have enough pass rush to beat Kansas City last year. This year they do. I think with the signing of AJ Epinesa, quite a few other guys that they did, that was their sole focus in the draft. Fix the pass rush. Get edge rushers that are going to be able, that we can just rush for and play coverage defense, because that's what they're going to have to do to at least slow down and keep them from scoring on every single drive. I think they'll catch a break at some point in this game, Buffalo, defensively. And without, is CH going to be there for Kansas City? Do we know?
I'm not sure yet. He's not ruled out, Dale.
Okay.
I think he might possibly be back.
That would complicate things. But regardless, even with that, I'm taking Buffalo to go on the road and get that monkey off their back. They get over the hump.
See, miss me with this. Because, see, week 5, they did all that already. In week 5. Fine. You caught him early. It was doing murderous road time. That was all the part of the 3 and 4. That's fine. I don't even want to talk about last year, because that was last year. So my point is, everything you said, I agree with. And now all that happened in week 5.
Yeah.
Now all bets are off.
That's why I never even brought up that earlier matchup, because I am not taking anything from that matchup. I don't give a damn what happened earlier on the season, because this is a completely different Kansas City team, and it's a completely different Buffalo team.
No, but from a Buffalo perspective, they needed to prove themselves from an AFC matchup. Not now. I know they're trying to change the narrative like there was no week 5. That's what the week 5 narrative was. And okay, you came on the road and you pulled off an upset win. Fine. Anybody can get upset. I get that. Hell, Buffalo got upset quite a few times this year.
You got beat by freaking Jacksonville.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying. And now you come out, you put out the 47 in negative 7-degree weather and at the home, and you beat Belichick, and you know what I'm saying. You did the playoff, you did the AFC matchup, the rematch. You did that. Now you checked off the box about just getting your playoff mojo going. You did that. Kansas City 42 in 3 quarters.
They did the exact same thing.
And beat a Pittsburgh team that has notoriously in the past have come into Arrowhead and beat them. And no, didn't even make it a game. And now here comes the rematch of rematches. It's clear the slate. Can't sit there and say, well, home versus road, because all 3 games have been in Kansas City. So here we go. Best 2 out of 3. Now we all evened up, come together. I understand what you're saying. Yes, Buffalo statistically have the better defense. Kansas City statistically, I think, have the better offense.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to now I am about to factor in the home field in a second round of a divisional round of the playoffs.
That's going to be huge. That Kansas City crowd is going to be insane.
Don't forget who's the loudest stadium in the NFL. Don't forget that.
I'm not.
You ain't going to be the coldest, but it's going to be the loudest.
I will say, this line is perfect. -2.5 for Kansas City.
Yeah. I give him that.
That is a tight window to play against.
That's fair. And with that being said, I think, I'm taking Kansas City weapons and decent defense over this hot Buffalo team right now. I ain't gonna say they super hot. I'm just basing this on one game, really, just last week. And that's fine because both teams are super hot. But
I think this is the most even. I know you're taking your guys.
I'm definitely taking Kansas City. They at home. I mean, hell, I'll take them. I definitely feel much confident in them being at home than on the road. Yeah. So I'm just saying. I understand. I get it. No matter what the personal argument is on either side, I understand. I'm saying
we both just said it. This is the AFC Championship game. Who wins this game is going to the Super Bowl, and might have the.
Next week is a foregone conclusion.
It's basically
no matter
a bye week.
Who it is. It does not matter. Thank you for coming out, Tennessee, Cincinnati to Buffalo or to Kansas City. But you're not gonna beat either one of these teams.
No.
I'm sorry. It just bet the house next week. AFC Championship. Book that. With that being said, yes, I have Kansas City. I don't go too much further than that. I understood what you said. I don't necessarily disagree with it. My take is just different. I'm just all I'm saying.
No, I if you're right, you're right. I'm not going to be surprised by any means if Kansas City comes out, have a crappy first quarter, Buffalo jumps up 21-0, and then boom. It'll what that will remind me of? It will remind me of the Houston game.
Okay.
A couple of years ago. Oh no, the Kansas City Super Bowl run. Their first game was against Houston. They had that week off. Houston comes in, puts up 24 points on them, and never saw the end zone again, basically. I would not be shocked if that happened to Buffalo in this game. I would not be shocked.
That's all I'm saying. Kansas City had these huge monumental wins every year in the playoffs.
This would be their statement win.
This is going to be it right here. It would be this game. And that's exactly. I'm like, like you're saying, Houston one year. Then they beat New England the next time. And, now here we go. And, I mean, I don't want to sit there and say them beating Buffalo in the AFC Championship last year was a statement game because they were the defending AFC champion, defending Super Bowl champions. Yeah, we're the favorites, and we showed y'all wasn't ready. All Buffalo has shown is that, hey, we're not that same team. It ain't gonna be as easy. I don't think it was easy then.
It wasn't. It was a tight game.
I'm just
then.
saying that's kind of just the narrative. The narrative. Like, you're not necessarily the favorite, but
I think people are gonna be shocked by the amount of defense that's played in this game. Kansas City's defense is better than it's been the number one. I think we saw the stat. They've been the number one defense since week 8. Scoring defense anyway. And Buffalo, they've been a top 5 defense all year long. They do not let teams score against them. And
Patrick Mahomes and the boys, but I mean, we'll see. And which again,
I don't see either team scoring above 30 points. This is going to be probably like a 24-27 either way, whether Kansas City or Buffalo wins this game.
Could be. I wouldn't necessarily say 30 wouldn't be getting scored because we'll see. I can't say because you just never know because both of these teams got a Jekyll and Hyde element to them anyway. You just don't know.
I think at this point the Jekyll and Hyde is gone. Buffalo is as good as they're going to be. Kansas City is as good as it's gotten. Like these two, they're like I said, they're the two most effective offenses in the entire league.
Yeah.
With that, I think that they're top 3 teams in the entire league. Rams, Kansas City, Buffalo, those are the teams. Like, if you're going to take any one of those teams, those are the teams to take. And you can put them in whatever order you want to, and I will not argue.
Gotcha.
But those 3 teams are the best teams in the NFL right now.
I got you. That's fair. So, yep. Got Kansas City, though. That's my one home team that I'm taking 3 road teams.
You're lucky. You got your team in the playoffs. I have to be a freaking Bears fan.
I'm a Bears fan.
I know.
I just have a proxy. That's all. A nice one.
Yeah, you sure do. Well, we still got to do our draft here, so let's do that quickly here.
Your take was who?
I took Buffalo.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So I am taking the opposite. I'm taking number 3 to come into Kansas City and win this game.
Got it.
So we have 2 games that are different.
Mm-hmm.
We both took Cincinnati and LA, which that is my parlay, by the way, that I was mentioning in a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I am taking where's the bet at just to see. Taking the Cincinnati Bengals money line at plus 160, and I have the Rams money line at plus 130. Both teams, I put $50 on it, basically getting $250 back, $300 payout, basically.
Nice.
So,
very nice.
If both those hits, like we both think that they will, that's times 6 my money.
You should be happy. You got to get that.
So, but I don't. Regardless, let's get to this draft. Heads or tails, sir, since we are still tied.
Tails.
Heads. I win this time. All right. I don't like any of these lines.
Okay.
Let's go through the lines really quick, and then I'll make my choice. Cincinnati, Tennessee minus 3.5. San Francisco at Green Bay minus 6. Ugly line. I don't like it. That's probably the one I'm going to take, but let me get through the rest. Rams at Tampa Bay minus 3 for Tampa Bay. Buffalo at Kansas City. Kansas City minus 2.5. And I'm going to do it. I'm taking San Francisco. Even though I'm taking Green Bay to win the game, +6 is a lot of points to give up to a San Francisco team that is just, they fight hard every week. They won last week. Even though they basically tried to give the game back to Dallas, they still won that game. I think this is going to be a lot closer than a lot of people think. I think this is going to be a lot closer than Vegas thinks. This could be a 1 point difference.
Okay.
But I think Green Bay is going to pull out the win. I would take the Green Bay money line, but I'm taking San Francisco +6 on the road.
San Francisco +6.
Yes. So all they have to do is keep the margin within 6.
Oh, really going out there on the limb there. All right. I'm trying to get my line to come back up. Read them off to me, you want?
Cincinnati versus Tennessee is -3.5 for Tennessee, +3.5 for Cincinnati if you want to go that way. Rams are +3, Tampa Bay -3, Buffalo +2.5, Kansas City -2.5.
Give me Cincinnati.
Cincinnati +3.5. That's a good line. All right. Oh.
Yeah, it gets rough.
Yeah, I don't like either one of these. I know. I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams +3 on the road. They're winning this. They are winning this game. I'm going to take a Rams +3.
All right. Well, you made it real simple for me.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
-2.5.
I think they're going to kill it, but I don't think it'll be that close. Personally, I can see why it's like that, but I just don't. I think it's going to. I have a hunch. Chiefs going to blow this thing wide open in fourth quarter.
Oof, okay. That's a take.
It is. I ain't gonna say I don't think it's a hot take either. I think it's a take.
No,
I'm saying that as a confident Chiefs fan. I'm not even. It's not my fandom getting the best of me. I'm being very realistic here. Like, this is what this team is capable of doing. They still have a championship pedigree. And just in case anybody forgot, they are the reigning 2-time AFC champions right now. So
since week 8, #1 defense in the NFL.
So if anybody gonna beat the Bills,
it would be Kansas City.
This damn team, okay?
And if they beat the Bills, that's gonna prove to me that this is the Super Bowl champion.
And let me also say, and they're not the underdogs in this game.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
By any means.
The way it's been approached, though, it's almost like they're underdog. Like, they're not.
I have not listened to any takes about this game. I don't care about what ESPN or Fox Sports or anybody has to say about this game. When we watched the Kansas City game, and we were like, oh no, that is a matchup. And I don't think either one should be considered a favorite, and neither one should be considered an underdog. This is the matchup of matchups this weekend, and the only reason why that line is at -2.5 for Kansas City is because they are at home.
This could have easily been an even line.
Yeah,
just a 0, just literally. And I wouldn't have been mad, even with them being at the home team. I get that. However, I don't want you playing in Buffalo, and thank goodness we're playing in freaking Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like, because one, I don't need the weather. I don't need none of that nonsense. Because that's all that's going on in Buffalo right now. It's probably a snowstorm right now as we speaking. But
well, as you say that, there might be a snowstorm rolling into Kansas City. Might want to check the weather this week.
So far, they got them at 37.
Oh, 37 and clear?
So low clouds. That's it. That's all I see so far. But, I mean, it's Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. Things can change real quick.
Man,
Thursday, some system moving in from Canada.
I mean, that thing report can change tomorrow. Just like, that wasn't on the barometer yesterday, but it's on there now. So, and like 37, it's saying 37 now, man. And that could be -2 by Sunday.
But that's the real temperature. You don't even know what the wind chill is going to be in that stadium.
Not at all.
That could be a -20 wind chill, and you're looking at 17 degrees, and then by halftime, it's already -20.
Yeah, this is exactly.
But I think the coldest game is clearly going to be Green Bay. I still don't understand how Green Bay doesn't have a dome. Like, that's just torturing your fans.
Oh, that's 2 days from now. I'm sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I don't. I of course something I question in the Midwest completely. Like, why is any team up here got open stadiums? Really, it just we're living in a new world now. Like, come on, man, make this more innovative.
Please.
Being in Minnesota, I can't even imagine the few games I had work security outside. I
Oh.
was just like, can I imagine sitting in this? I wouldn't even be sitting. I'll be standing the whole time
Yeah.
in my seat. I couldn't even sit in this. This is it, I don't. There's not. Look, I love the Chiefs. I love the Bears. You cannot get me on a damn and on a December game just sitting there. Uh, it ain't enough alcohol and hot chocolate to get
Nah.
me. None of that's gonna help me.
If I had the opportunity to watch Chicago make a real playoff run, I'd do it.
No, I look. There's September, there's October and November. I mean, I'm just saying. There's so much other football. I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't do this. It's too damn cold out here. I'm not gonna enjoy this. Man, look at I can't. I can't stop chattering.
I can't open my eyes.
My eyes are frozen. I mean, I've been in the bathroom several times just to warm up. I miss half the game because I'm not. It's just I'm just gonna be uncomfortable and miserable anyway.
Well, there are ways to get around it. I mean, you got the heat packs you can put in your gloves and in your boots.
I already did the whole went to the when I went to the rally. That was oh my god, it was so freaking cold. It just standing. It didn't matter. It was like thousands upon thousands of people. Just as cold. It was just. I'm just gonna be miserable.
You'd have to get one of those heated jackets to do that, though.
Yeah, it would be a whole. I have to go out and really invest in an entire outfit in something. It's not. It's just. None of that sounds fun right now. So moving on. I'm just saying. I don't. Just Midwest December football is not something I cater to in general. That's all. Be
prepared. Here, we live in Minnesota. Tomorrow, we're looking at negatives.
It was 40-something degrees today. Moving on.
Yes, I know. And I'm like,
it wasn't even supposed to be that warm.
It's just going to be ice tomorrow.
Thank you. It's water everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. We already doing a weather report.
Yeah, I know.
My point being is the only thing I ever seen this state of Minnesota get right was a freaking dome on their stadium.
Yeah.
And even when they tore down the old dome, they had enough foresight to rebuild a new one. So I'm just saying they have not seemed to get anything right but that. That's the one thing that they seem to have gotten right.
Hey, they fired Mike Zimmer. They did one thing right this year.
I mean, they fired a lot of people eventually, but whatever. I got you. But yeah, anyway. So with that being said, I find December outside football to be miserable in the Midwest. It's just too dang cold. So Kansas City and Buffalo is God, that's like playing in Antarctica as opposed to no thank you. I just don't want no part of it. And the fact that they're not doing that, that gives me all the confidence I need, more than enough in the team itself to be able to beat their biggest rival of the year.
Yeah, this is going to be the game of the weekend.
The number one game of the week.
Yeah, and this might also turn into the game of the year.
Because I have to say that because I'm not gonna even sit there and slouch on this this Tampa Bay LA Rams game. That's
Sunday's matchups. The whole day is going to be a freaking
wow. Y'all really just kind of with the Saturday games. I'm like, I thought y'all like split that up or something.
No, they said let's get those out of the way. Let's get to the good stuff on Sunday.
Sunday we got y'all double. I mean, we're gonna get y'all a real double header. Like okay.
I might have to miss this Green Bay San Francisco game just because it's just
it's undercard Saturday, so it doesn't matter.
So we'll see. But we are going to be back next week to discuss it all. I mean, we basically whoever gets these picks right this week is the winner. I mean, I think we both agree who's going to be in the Super Bowl on the AFC side next week.
Yep.
And
we'll see what the NFC
looks like.
We'll see how that plays out.
But this is going to be this is going to be the biggest week of the year. I think divisional playoffs is the most fun week of the year. Wild cards weekend last week definitely was a thrill. It was fun, but now we have no underdogs. All of these fights are going to be a slog, and I think we're going to get good football from Saturday at 3:30 all the way through the night on Sunday. So
yeah,
I can't wait. It needs to be the weekend.
Yes, exciting football time. It's exciting. I mean, it's oh my god, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is what we wait for all year long. Right now.
Yep. And if one of your teams is still alive right now, and we picked against them, tell us why we're wrong and why we're stupid and what we don't see. Otherwise, if you agree, let us know down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. This is the best time to talk about sports. This is the best time to talk about football. It's playoffs.
Put them in the comments.
Put it in the comments. All right, guys. Go ahead. Hey, jump on this parlay with me as well. Cincinnati versus Tennessee, plus 160. LA Rams versus Tampa Bay.
And how much did you have to put down?
I've just put down 50, and I'm going to get 300 back because it's going to hit.
At what point do you have to put the 50? Like when is the
lines
gate
right
close?
Usually before game time, before they kick off.
All right, we got to talk about that.
All right. I'll see. I'll get you set up on MyBookie.
There you go.
Hey, MyBookie sponsorship. I'll get off of FanDuel if you sponsor me.
Got you.
All right. Let's go ahead and just have a good week of football here. It's playoff time. Let's enjoy it. Well, thank you guys again for listening, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Have a good night.